Celebrities are often in the spotlight for their romantic and sexual relationships, but do you know that there's a number of them that identify as asexual? When people experience little to no sexual attraction toward others, it influences their approach to romantic connections and shapes their overall identity. Asexual celebrities experience this too. Well, it shouldn't be surprising that celebrities can have diverse sexual orientations. However, it may come as a surprise to you some of the famous individuals that identify as asexual. Among them are people that have previously been involved in sexual relationships, but later got to understand that they don't experience the same level of sexual attraction as others. Today, we'll check out in this video some of the celebrities that have identified as asexual and how the discovery has affected their romantic relationships. Number 21. Tim Gunn. Tim Gunn, the fashion consultant and TV personality, has been open about identifying as asexual since the 80s. It came out after he went through a pretty tough breakup with his then boyfriend. Tim admitted he had never exactly enjoyed sex, so when he found out his boyfriend had been fooling around with other people, he was dejected. This experience eventually shaped Tim's understanding of himself, making him decide to finally steer away from intimate relationships of that degree. He said in an interview with People magazine in 2010 that he has always been kind of asexual. Many fans still think that Tim Gunn is just celibate, but he has referred to himself as asexual on more than one occasion. His story serves as a great reminder for us to reflect on our needs and boundaries in any relationship and take time out to understand ourselves as we grow to make the best choices. Number 20. Caitlyn Jenner. In Caitlyn Jenner's interview with Diane Sawyer in 2015, she revealed quite a lot about herself. After coming out as a trans woman, she stated that she hadn't been in any sexual relationship in her 2 years of transitioning. Caitlyn mentioned then that she was identifying as asexual for the time being, even though she had previously stated that she was heterosexual. It's incredible to witness someone like Caitlyn Jenner being so open about her personal experiences, since she provides good insight into more than one category of minorities. Caitlyn is still on a journey to self-discovery, and she's allowing herself to embrace her evolving identity. Her willingness to share her thoughts and feelings publicly is a testament to her bravery. Number 19. Janeane Garofalo. Janeane has often joked about her sexuality, even though many people still mistake the comedian for being gay. According to her, she doesn't have a fear of intimacy. She simply lacks a genuine interest in it. She's very open and clear about her stance on her sexuality. In an interview with Philadelphia magazine, Janeane lightheartedly said that people mistaking her for being gay adds an extra layer of intrigue to her identity. It's inspiring to see Janeane confidently add her unique voice to the conversation. She uses her platform as a comedian to shed more light on asexuality and remind people that it's perfectly normal. By incorporating her experiences into her comedy, she's breaking down barriers and making people laugh along the way. Number 18. Paula Poundstone. While Paula Poundstone has stated that she's an asexual lesbian, she also added that she's not particularly interested in discussing the issue at length. Apart from being unable to enjoy sexual activities, Paula has revealed that she is also uninterested in the complicated dynamics of a sexual relationship. She admits that it involves much more work than she's willing to put in and would love to focus on other aspects of her life. She humorously expressed her aversion to the idea of someone expecting that kind of physical connection from her after a long day. The thought of it was overwhelming to her, and we understand how that might be so. Since her sexuality is only one aspect of her multifaceted personality, Paula continues to entertain and connect to her fans through comedy without shedding more light on how her sexual orientation has influenced her other relationships. Number 17. Bradford Cox. In a 2011 interview with Rolling Stone, Bradford stated that he approached discussions about his sexuality by not hiding or highlighting anything. He referred to himself as asexual, even though he later came to realize he was a queer as well. However, this discovery didn't make Bradford debunk his asexuality. He explains that asexuality is a comfort zone for him, a space where he can avoid the fear of rejection. This admission has shed light on the complexities that sometimes accompany discovering our identity, and Bradford has contributed to a broader conversation about sexuality and self-acceptance. His journey has highlighted the nuanced nature of sexual identities and the various ways people find solace and understanding within themselves. Number 16. Edward Gorey. The late Edward Gorey was not only very clear about his sexless life, but he also used his sexuality to shape the theme of his creations. By incorporating his unique perspective into his storytelling and illustrations, he provided a representation of asexuality in a way that challenged societal expectations around sexuality. Even though Edward had openly explained that his works were a portrayal of his asexuality, some readers have interpreted them to suggest repressed sexuality and have called him gay. Edward's ability to spark curiosity and debate about the themes within his work, including sexuality, demonstrates the impact and lasting power of his art. Anyway, he did not deny the gay claim tagged to his work. This leads us to believe that the artist accepts himself as a homoromantic man who is also asexual. Number 15. David J. David J. is a prominent activist within the asexual community. He founded the Asexual Visibility and Education Network in 2002. Growing up, David never experienced sexual attraction like others, and he therefore felt broken and flawed. Because of the pressure he felt growing up, David has dedicated his life to educating the public about the validity of diverse sexual orientations. His personal experiences reflect the difficulties people who identify as asexual may encounter in a culture that often equates sexual experiences with personal growth and human connection. David continues to work to emphasize that asexuality is not a dysfunction. His willingness to be open about his journey and also advocate for his fellow asexuals has empowered countless individuals to embrace and celebrate their asexual identities without feeling like they do not belong. Number 14. Keri Hulme. Keri Hulme, the acclaimed author and recipient of the Man Booker Prize for her novel The Bone People, identifies as asexual. In an interview with the New Zealand Herald, she shared that her understanding of her asexuality was not an instant revelation, but rather a gradual realization. Keri Hulme described her teenage years, expressing that the idea of engaging in sexual activities did not captivate her interest in the slightest. Her lack of intrigue in sex led her to recognize and embrace her asexual identity. Through her literary achievements and self-identification as asexual, Hulme has become a role model for individuals within the asexual community and beyond. Her openness about her asexual identity has demonstrated the power of representation and the significance of diverse perspectives in enriching our understanding of human experiences. Keri's influence extends beyond her written works. She also influences others to explore and celebrate their unique selves and encourages them to speak up against any sort of discrimination. Number 13. Valeria Novodvorskaya. Valeria Novodvorskaya openly shared her disinterest in sex throughout her life. According to reports from The Independent, a British online newspaper, Novodvorskaya mentioned that while she had experienced romantic feelings for others on a few occasions, the people she developed feelings for did not live up to her ideals. According to the politician's remarks during the interview, it can be deduced that she held high standards for the people she connected with emotionally, even if she wasn't getting sexually involved with them. Valeria's decision to share her thoughts on her lack of interest in sex and her experiences with romantic feelings provides some insight into her unique perspective on relationships and helps others that might feel like her embrace themselves. Number 12. Kim Deal. Kim Deal, the celebrated musician known for her work with the Pixies and the Breeders, has maintained a private stance on her personal life and sexual orientation, despite speculation and curiosity from fans and the media. However, in an interview with Jenny Stewart in 2009, Kim Deal was asked if she had a gay bone in her body. That was when the woman candidly expressed her self-perceived asexuality, saying she was just so asexual she wished she had a gay bone. She further elaborated on her lack of understanding regarding what attracts people, emphasizing her personal journey of self-discovery and self-awareness. This was the only time an insight was obtained into Kim's sexuality. While the rest of Kim's sexual life remains a private matter, her talent and creativity continue to inspire and resonate with fans around the world. Number 11. Emilie Autumn. Emilie Autumn identifies as asexual, which means she experiences a lack of sexual attraction. The musician and songwriter have emphasized that being asexual doesn't necessarily mean a total disinterest or dislike for sex, revealing that she has never disliked sex. According to Emilie, a lack of interest in sexual relationships does not mean you cannot like sex in itself. She notes that asexual people can still engage in sexual activities for various reasons, such as intimacy or personal preferences. Having once said that she was attracted both to men and women, Emilie embraces her two identities of being asexual and biromantic. The icon's exploration of her sexuality adds to the rich tapestry of diverse voices and experiences in the music industry, inspiring others to embrace their authentic selves. Number 10. Temple Grandin. During her time in boarding school, Temple Grandin decided to live a celibate life. Years later, in 2013, she had an interview with the New York Times Magazine. She stated her current stance on her sexuality, saying all the sexual urges had dissipated, and she was happy about it. To Temple Grandin, sex was a disturbance, and though she might not have been born with a lack of sexual attraction, she attained her asexual orientation with discipline and celibacy. While her thoughts on sexuality provide just a glimpse into her personal relationships, it's important to remember that everyone's experiences and choices regarding their sexuality are unique. We respect that she has come out as asexual to provide more visibility for others like herself. Number 9. Mike Skinner. In a now-deleted tweet from 2009, Mike Skinner described himself as asexual. While this tweet provided insight into his self-identification at that time, Mike has not publicly addressed his sexuality since then. Later in 2010, Mike entered into a marriage with Claire LeMarquand. However, this does not mean his sexual orientation has changed, since people's experiences and understandings of their sexuality can evolve and may not fit neatly into specific labels or categories. Maybe sometime in the future, Mike will give us more insight into his sexual relationships. For now, fans are satisfied with enjoying his talent, innovation, and ability to connect with listeners through his music. Number 8. Ricky Dillon. In a 2016 video titled My Sexuality, Ricky Dillon openly discussed his journey and provided insight into his understanding of his sexuality. He was hesitant to give himself a specific label, but noted that he was closest to asexual. The popular YouTuber seemed to have been forced to come out when he wasn't ready to disclose his sexuality. He said he did this to address assumptions and comments made about his sexuality and wanted to put a stop to any misconceptions. More recently, Ricky has come out again as gay, but asexuality doesn't necessarily equal no romantic relationships. Also, he had formerly acknowledged the possibility of change, showing us that sexuality can be fluid and our understanding and self-identification might evolve. Ultimately, Ricky's openness about his sexuality has highlighted the importance of self-acceptance and authenticity. Number 7. Yuki Kamitani. Before Yuki Kamitani deleted their Twitter account, they identified themselves as asexual and X-gender. This self-disclosure aligns with the themes explored in their manga, such as transitional life stages, identity, and representation within the LGBTQ+ spectrum. Their manga series contributes to the growing trend of media that aims to represent and celebrate the diverse lives and experiences of LGBTQ+ individuals, educating the public about different sexual orientations. By featuring characters navigating their identities and addressing themes of self-discovery and acceptance, Kamitani's work resonates with readers who may see themselves reflected in these narratives. It is commendable that Yuki Kamitani uses its platform and storytelling skills to contribute to a more inclusive media landscape, giving a voice to the minority and helping them evolve into their best selves. Number 6. T.E. Lawrence. It is believed by some historians and researchers that T.E. Lawrence, the British soldier whose life inspired the film Lawrence of Arabia, may have identified as asexual. Evidence supporting this belief can be found in Lawrence's letters and the accounts of those who knew him closely. In his letters, Lawrence mentions receiving fervent messages of love from many people, men and women alike. However, he expresses discomfort towards the attention. These statements suggest a lack of personal interest or desire for sexual intimacy with others. Furthermore, accounts from Lawrence's friends describe the nature of their relationship as one of pure affection, love, and respect. These descriptions emphasize the spiritual and platonic qualities of their connection, leading some to interpret Lawrence as being devoid of sexual desires or inclinations. Understanding the personal lives of historical figures like this provides additional insight into their experiences and enlightens us about how they stuck with their identity in a society that was ignorant about their sexual orientation. Number 5. H.P. Lovecraft. H.P. Lovecraft, the renowned author of horror fiction, had a unique relationship with sexuality. Though the term asexual wasn't widely used during his time in the 1800s, Lovecraft's biographer, S.T. Joshi, has described him as being among the most asexual individuals in human history. Lovecraft did not openly discuss his sexuality, but in his letters, he expressed strong discomfort and disdain towards physical intimacy and romantic relationships. He frequently referred to sexuality in terms of fear and disgust. It is rumored that Lovecraft's upbringing and social background likely contributed to his perspective on sexuality. This is also evident in how his personal relationship was marked by difficulty and eventually ended in divorce, providing us with further proof of his asexuality. Number 4. Yasmin Benoit. Yasmin Benoit, the activist, model, and writer, is a prominent figure in the asexual and aromantic communities. She has been vocal about her experiences and works diligently to challenge misconceptions surrounding asexuality and aromanticism. In an interview with The Independent, Benoit shared some of the misconceptions she has encountered about asexuality, including the belief that it is a side effect of being vegan. This struck Yasmin as ignorant, and she's working tirelessly to educate more people and hold open dialogue surrounding asexuality and aromanticism. Her dedication to raising awareness and dispelling misconceptions is invaluable in promoting acceptance and validating the experiences of asexual and aromantic individuals, and we couldn't be more proud of her. Through her work, Yasmin continues to make a positive impact and create spaces for meaningful conversations about diverse sexual orientations and identities. Number 3. Erica Mendez. Erica Mendez, the Mexican-American voice actress, has openly identified herself as a member of the asexual community. In her own words, she describes herself as ACE, which is a commonly used abbreviation for asexual. Erica's self-identification as asexual is an important aspect of her journey, and she has the right to decide how much or little she wishes to share about her sexuality. She didn't provide more information about how this has affected her relationships. However, by publicly identifying as asexual, Erica has contributed to the visibility and representation of asexual individuals in the entertainment industry. Her openness about her sexual orientation continues to help the public to foster understanding and provide more awareness about asexual people. Number 2. Morgan Bell. Morgan Bell, a talented short fiction writer, proudly identifies herself as a AAA human being. She's an atheist, asexual, and an Australian. Through this self-description, Morgan conveys important aspects of her identity and personal beliefs. The asexual aspect of her identity is an important part of her self-understanding and helps to inform her experiences and relationships. By sharing her AAA identity, Morgan contributes to the visibility and representation of diverse identities within the literary and artistic communities. Other asexual people will now feel more comfortable being themselves without any fear of misunderstanding. Number 1. Mikey Newman. Finally, Mikey Newman, the YouTuber and video game writer, is also one of the celebrities that have come out as asexual. In an article for the Mary Sue, Mikey described the challenges and unique aspects of being asexual. With the entertainment industry being saturated with sexual themes, an asexual creator can feel strange or out of place. Mikey's contribution sheds light on this problem and emphasizes the need for a more inclusive entertainment landscape for the asexual community. Hopefully, we'll all create an environment where celebrities and other people with different sexualities can feel like they belong, and everybody can thrive without feeling like anything is wrong with them. Thank you for tuning into this episode on Asexual Celebrities. Hit the like button if you enjoyed the video, and subscribe to the channel for more celebrity gist. Don't forget to share with your friends too, especially if their favorite celebrity has been mentioned here. Which celebrity's sexuality status hit you as a surprise? Let's know in the comments section. See you in the next video. Enjoy the rest of your day.